Periwinkle.
We got it.
Is that good?
Yeah, we said winkle at the same time, so.
Okay, we'll make that work.
Yeah,
Okay,
we got it. We're good.
I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Just lead us in.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is episode 4 of the State-Sanctioned podcast. I, as always, am Jonah Marcus, here joined with my lovely co-host, Louis Southard, incredibly famous writer, allegedly.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for such a grand opening for me, the allegedly famous writer, Louis Southard, who I am, which you can find at Louis Southard and at Louis J. Southard on social media.
He's got shit on Gumroad, too.
Oh, thanks, Jonah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Let's tell everyone how I'm self-publishing a book that nobody reads.
Yeah. You should read it, though. It's unironically good.
Wow.
And I'm not just saying this because he's my friend, because it actually is, like, good. Okay.
If it was bad, Jonah normally hates my writing when it's focused on too many women.
Oh, yeah. That's that's me. You're just local sexist.
Yeah, it's because you've been drinking too much tap water.
Yeah.
And as we all know, the fluoride in tap water makes you sexist.
Yeah.
But Jonah, I heard a little rumor that despite this only being episode 4, this is a very special episode.
That is absolutely correct, Louis. This is the end of the world special?
Yes, the end of the world special.
The end of the world special. That's what we're working with right now.
Because normally this show is about you and I. We come into the arena that is the brain to have a bit of a debate, if you will, a duel of the minds, and we discuss respectively two topics of news.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2, you have 2, but this week a bunch of shit happened.
Yeah.
So we decided, let's just talk about all of it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about how everything sucks.
Yeah, everything's bad.
Yeah.
Everything's falling apart.
Yeah,
and none of it makes any sense.
I love when that
it's
happens.
Quote unquote too complicated.
Yeah.
So
there's nuance.
So we're just gonna go for it. Now, Jonah, do you mind? Do you think I can start it off real quick?
Yeah, why don't you?
I kind of want to build it up.
Yeah, because
the
whole like end of the world thing was your idea, so I'll let you lead a little bit this time.
Okay, thank you. Let's start with the funnier news first.
Okay.
And then we'll build up towards the bigger shit. So, okay, which one do you want to talk about first? I have Melinda Gates, and I have the CIA commercials.
Oh, those are 2 good ones.
I think we should start with Melinda Gates because that's going to be a quick and breezy topic.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I think the CIA commercials are going to be a little more interesting and probably have a bit more conversation.
Right.
So, yeah.
But okay, let's talk about Melinda Gates. So as our devoted fan base probably already knows, Melinda Gates and William Gates have decided to call off their marriage. They're getting divorced. And it's recently been revealed that, according to, I believe it was Melinda Gates' lawyer, she came to her lawyer in 2018, and was concerned about Bill Gates' dealings with friend of the show, Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, wow. You mean power?
Is that all is that your entire reaction? It's like, damn, dude.
No, I was gonna say more. I was gonna say, who knew that powerful people who do terrible things would be in cahoots together?
So let me ask you this: hot take right now. I need to know. William Gates, Billy Gates, as we call him.
Of course.
Is he a famous sex pervert?
I mean, I guess that would depend on what exactly he did with Epstein.
Apparently, he was on the fuck plane.
Ugh. Huh.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty incriminating.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's possible he didn't do anything, but like, why would he be on the fuck plane?
But if your wife goes to her lawyer and says, "Hey, something feels off about this,"
yeah,
my husband's been spending a little too much time on the fuck plane.
The fuck plane. Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Him and Bill Clinton and and Donald
Oh,
Trump.
Bill Clinton. That guy has never done anything wrong, so I think he's he's in the clear.
Wasn't he on the fuck plane the most?
That wouldn't surprise me. I know he was on the fuck plane. I don't know the ratios. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not really a story I kept up with too much.
Oh, you don't care about the rich and the powerful abusing children?
Listen, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't know much about this.
That's some big butt energy. I'm not a racist,
but I don't know. I just didn't keep up with it that much.
Right.
Yeah, but
let me ask you this. I don't think we've said it on the show. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself?
Well, no. I think everyone and their mother knows he didn't kill himself.
I've never been happier in my life than the week he died. He died, because I was living in New York, and that's all anybody was talking about. I remember I was in an Uber, and I was with the guy, and we're sitting in traffic, and the car's not moving, so he just puts it in park, and he turns around, and he's like, "My friend, so that Jeffrey Epstein, he did not kill himself, am I right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, he didn't do it." And then we just started talking about it.
That's funny. Yeah, I love when people are like on to government conspiracies. Like, it's because it's just like,
yes, he killed himself, but the cameras were not working at the time, and the two security guards who were there were taking a long nap, and they also never worked there before, and yeah, that's just how it is.
God damn. And then they wonder why people like believes crazy conspiratorial shit.
But that's not even a conspiracy theory.
No, but what I'm saying is it's like clearly whoever is in power is not above like doing incredibly shady shit and trying to make it look like something it's not. So like if people repeatedly see stuff like that, it's not really a surprise that so much of the population thinks, for example, that like the election was stolen from Trump, even though it like very obviously wasn't. When you actively sow distrust among people, they're gonna believe some fucking batshit insane things.
That's true, but I mean, okay, it's just so perfect, because here you have this guy who's friends with the wealthy and the powerful, not only just politicians but celebrities and public figures, and he's gonna go to court. And he's gonna narc and rat on all these people, and then he just dies.
Yeah,
and
that's
then, like all the information about how he died just doesn't make any fucking sense, and it's all just perfectly convenient.
Yes,
like it sounded like I was joking, but that's genuinely what happened. His fucking cameras didn't work. The security guards never worked there before, like brand new. And they conveniently fucked up their job the second night they were working there. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And wasn't he on suicide watch? And then they took him off suicide watch.
Yeah, no. Why would he kill himself the day before he's gonna like? That doesn't make any sense. Also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like he had every reason to drag people down with him.
That's so true. Yeah, so I mean, it didn't even have to be a politician. It could have been
just someone who's really rich and powerful.
Right. Just go on the dark web.
Yeah.
Buy a teddy bear full of Quaaludes.
So are we saying that Bill Gates killed Jeffrey Epstein?
No, I'm implying that Melinda Gates killed Jeffrey Epstein. Oh wait, no. Are you genuinely suggesting that maybe Bill Gates?
I mean, I was like half joking, but
no, I think Bill Gates is too much of a pussy to do it.
Pussy. Well, I don't even necessarily mean like he did it himself. Like he like got someone to do it.
Thanks for explaining that to me. I thought Bill Gates walked into the prison with his fucking shotgun and Terminator sunglasses and said "Hasta la vista, baby," and then shot Jeffrey Epstein into roast fucking beef.
Honestly, I would.
If that actually happened, that'd be badass.
That would be hilarious. Yeah.
But no, I don't think Jeffrey Epstein did it. I don't think Trump did it. I don't. I'd say a lot of people would suggest the Clintons.
No, nothing says shady like being a member of the Clinton family. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It just...
But I also don't want to be that guy who's like the Clinton kill list. This guy killed himself with 2 bullets in the back of his head. You know, like those people.
Yeah.
Maybe you are one of those people.
I'm not even sure what you're referring to. I'm just smiling and nodding.
No, like that's the whole thing with the Clintons are killers conspiracy, because like there was like a journalist who's like, I'm gonna reveal everything about the Clintons, and then somebody found him in a hotel room with a suicide note, and like he shot himself, and it was set up like he shot himself, but he had like 2 bullet holes in the back of his head, which was like a very strange way to kill yourself.
Yeah, how would you even get the second bullet off?
Right. That's what everybody's asking, Jonah. Now you're asking the right question.
Yay me.
Like I don't want to be one of those people who suggest the Clintons are like these epic killers murdering people left and right.
While I am not saying that, I don't think they're above doing that.
I don't either, because I don't think they're. I think they're willing to do whatever to just do what they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Like I think it's a perfect embodiment of that is like how Hillary and Bill have stayed together all this time because it's better for public image to be married than to be divorced.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that's probably a loveless marriage and they probably both despise each other.
I mean, how could you not despise Hillary Clinton?
Well, I was thinking because he got that blowjob.
Oh no, well that too. I mean,
from that lady.
I mean, yeah.
And then he lied about it.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Can you believe that was the apex of what a president could do wrong in American?
Fuck! When you put it that way, holy shit! Yeah.
This man got a blowjob, and he can no longer be president because he lied about it.
It's like this man started an insurrection. Well, I mean. Like, yeah.
Bill Clinton was literally the what's it called? Awooga. Eyes pop out.
Oh yeah, humana. Awooga.
He was that president.
Oh my god. Well, apparently Trump was too, in a way. Like, you know, grab him by the pussy.
Oh, did you hear that story? That Donald Trump Jr. got cucked?
No.
You know how he got divorced?
Okay.
He got divorced during his dad's presidency, right?
Okay.
And it came out recently that it was because his wife was fucking a Secret Service man.
Wow.
And same thing with Tiffany Trump. But nobody gives a shit about her, so they just kind of, nobody cares.
Wait, who's Tiffany Trump?
Exactly.
Oh.
It's his second daughter.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's Ivanka and there's Tiffany.
Right, you got it.
Okay.
Except nobody cares about Tiffany.
Yeah.
You didn't even know she existed.
No, I didn't even know he had another daughter.
Yeah, Trump doesn't even know she exists either. She lives in that ether that Barron lives in.
Oh yeah, Barron exists too.
Right. Well, okay.
I mean, honestly, it's probably better that Barron wasn't in the spotlight because for the brief time he was.
Who gives a shit about Barron?
No, because remember when he early in Trump's presidency he was in the spotlight. People were saying he was autistic or whatever.
That awesome T-shirt that said "The Expert."
Yeah. No, but people were making fun of him for being autistic, and it's like, look, I hate Trump as much as anyone else, but like, leave the fucking 11-year-old boy out of it. You know what I mean?
Okay. To be fair, and I probably shouldn't say this because it'll come off like fight fire with fire. But at the same time, his dad was fucking railing against Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right.
The president of the United States was bullying like
a 16-year-old girl. Yeah. No. I'm not defending that. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that's the right response to, like, oh yeah, you're gonna bully this kid. Well, why don't I bully this other child who has nothing to do with the fact that you're a piece of shit. Like,
that's true. Yeah, the kid didn't do nothing.
hey,
Well, we don't know what he's like actually.
well, I mean, he is a child. What could he possibly?
Could be an asshole.
I mean, well, kids in general are just usually assholes.
What if he's the kid who holds the magnifying glass to the anthill? Yeah, didn't stop to think about that, did you, Mr. Smart Man?
I mean, if he's got if whatever's going on with Trump is genetic, it probably. Honestly, I would be Trump probably did that as a kid.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Bill Gates is a pedophile. That's what this conversation is climaxed into.
Great. I honestly at this point I'm convinced that everyone who's rich is a pedophile, or at least aspires to be a pedophile, or you're a cannibal. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Why do you think that is? When people get a certain amount of power, they're like, "Well, time to commit crime."
I think that it's like
the addiction of getting away with something.
Yeah, because when you're rich, you do get away with virtually everything.
That's true.
And yeah, so it's like, yeah, like there is definitely a thrill in like doing something horrible and knowing that you'll get away with it. But I think also like in order to
yeah, but like a normal person will just like shoplift something from Target.
No, but that goes to my second point. When I think it takes a certain type of person to be like a billionaire, and I think that you kind of have to be like an uncaring psychopath. Because think about it this way: how do you become rich? You become rich by generally having workers that you, quite frankly,
take advantage of.
Yeah, exploit, take advantage of. You have to kind of be uncaring to the way in which they are suffering, right? And it wouldn't really surprise me if that translated to other things. You know, you're fine exploiting your workers. Who else will you exploit? Well, children.
Yeah, it's like how they say that a large portion of CEOs are high-functioning sociopaths.
Exactly. And to be fair, just because you're a sociopath doesn't mean you're a pedophile, but you certainly would not be you would be much more indifferent to the suffering of a child if you are a sociopath.
Well, I'm just trying to support what you're saying,
right?
Where, like, you have to have those sociopathic tendencies to let other people suffer so you can continue your ascent.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
so basically, fuck capitalism. And Bill Gates.
Oh right, and Bill Gates. Fuck Microsoft.
Yeah.
Fuck all of his charities. Fuck him trying to cure malaria. We don't endorse that here at the State-Sanctioned podcast. We're pro-malaria.
Yeah, that is a hill that we will die on here.
You know what else we support? The CIA. So
wait a minute. No, we don't. Wait.
Wait. Okay. You want to talk about? You bring it up.
All right. So you know how the CIA exists primarily to overthrow democratically elected leaders in other countries and to establish U.S. business interests abroad? Well, they want you to ignore that by.
You want to let me answer?
Okay. Well, do you know that?
I do now.
Okay. Well, they do. They want you to ignore that by having commercials where they go like entirely woke.
Is it woke or is it just trying to be like, what is it? Approachable.
It's woke, but it's not necessarily a genuine woke. Or maybe it is a genuine woke. Maybe they think that like the fact that they are like don't hate trans people excuses the other horrible things they do.
I didn't see that as like their message of, hey, we don't hate trans people. Like, okay, the commercials I saw were like these fucking losers, and they're like, hi, my name's Gary, and I have generalized anxiety disorder, and I have 500 adopted children, all from 7,000 different countries, and I love eating pizza, and I love putting puzzles together, and I love drinking coffee, but sometimes I drink tea, and I have diabetes, and I also love toppling third world country governments. and like that's how all those commercials are ending.
You know, the one in particular I saw, it was like this Latina woman talking about how
yes,
yeah, generalized anxiety disorder. You know, I'm not, my identity is not a bunch of.
I can change a diaper with one hand and comfort a toddler with another.
Oh yeah, right, like. Okay.
Girl boss, dude.
Yeah. More female drone pilots. Like.
Hell yeah, Jonah, get it.
But yeah, no, it's exactly that. It's them.
As a wise man once said, sometimes it's good to just cut loose and insult women.
Yeah.
You know who said that?
Marcus.
You did.
Wait. Hang on. I don't appreciate this ad hominem. Okay. This slander.
I'm sorry. Let's move past this.
Let's move past the quote you're pinning on me. Okay.
Yeah, I've already bought you a gravesite.
Yeah.
I bought you a plot at a cemetery.
Wow.
And I also bought a tombstone.
Is that where I'm going to go when I'm canceled?
No, this is for when you die, which is probably the ultimate cancellation, if anything. But I bought you a plot at a cemetery with your headstone. It's already there, and it's already engraved, and I already have that quote on it right beneath your name.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Anyway, we were insulting the CIA?
Yeah. So, and so these got fucking ratioed. On one hand,
they got demolished.
On one hand, you have lefties that are correctly pointing out, like, this is you just pretending you're a good organization when you're not. And on the other hand, you have conservatives who are just, being conservatives. Representation. Like that type of shit.
I see it in a completely different way. I see it as I used the word approachable before because it seems like the government is using a lot of marketing tactics to try to get people to sign up. And I think another great example is the military or the armed service, because there's a lot of odd commercials now where it's like, you love playing games, you love being a gamer, but we need tactical minds every day. And it's like, join the military.
Yeah, I remember there's one in particular where like it shows us a sequence of like cool images that looks like it's a trailer for a game, but then it's like the U.S. Army, and it's like, bro,
join the Navy.
Yeah. It's like what bugs me about that is it's like the military is nothing like a video game, so it's like they're trying to like mislead you in that way.
I think the military has always been misleading people to join the armed service.
Well, yeah, but it's just. I'm not saying this is new. I'm just saying it's a new way of them being
It's the modern version.
Yeah, it's the modern version. It's like, hey, you'll like video games? You'll love bombing hospitals in Afghanistan.
Get the high score by killing as many women and children as possible. Hell yeah. Burn down the village full of orphans and widows. Go for it.
You protect U.S. business interests at all costs.
Don't mind the Blackwater mercenary group that you have to work with.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to them, and if anybody asks, they were never with you.
Yeah.
Side quest to work with Blackwater mercenaries.
Well, one of the craziest stories that comes out of like U.S. involvement in the Middle East is the fact that we essentially aligned ourselves with warlords that owned child sex slaves, and soldiers that blew the whistle on it were dishonorably discharged.
As they should.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, they betrayed America.
They betrayed America. In America, we're pro-child sex slave.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
What are you trying to say?
I'm pretty sure Thomas Jefferson put that somewhere in the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, if you look at John Hancock's signature, it's right underneath his name. That's why it's so big, because he added an extra little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, sex slavery is cool.
Yeah.
And then he put like a little smiley face right now.
He drew like a dick.
Yeah, he drew that S. You know that S people draw in middle school.
Yeah.
when he was spelling slavery, that's the S he used. That's funny.
Oh yeah. So anyway, fuck the CIA.
Yeah, no, these CIA commercials are cringe, and nobody likes them.
And the CIA is also cringe.
The CIA also sucks, but it's just another pitiful way for them to try to trick people to join by trying to make it seem like they're this diverse, open-minded group that'll have you be quirky and you'll have a fun time.
You will be the quirkiest and gayest drone pilot in all of Iraq.
Yeah, for Pride Month, you can bomb as many countries as possible.
Yeah.
Go for it, dude.
Ugh, Jesus.
All right. I think that's a good. Okay, what do you want to talk about next?
Because
we have 3 more things before we get to the big one. We have Liz Cheney. We have one you wanted to bring up, which is the U.S. ships shooting at Iranian ships.
Yeah.
And the pipeline, the pipeline cyber attack.
Is that the big one?
No, the big one's Palestine and Israel.
Oh, right. Sure, we can talk about the U.S. Coast Guard ship fired around 30 warning shots at Iranian fast boats.
Oh, fuck, dude. It was the Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Fuck the Coast Guard. They don't do nothing.
Yeah, so essentially, wait, is this is in the Persian Gulf, right? I should have read this a little more.
Yeah, maybe you should have researched before you wanted to blast people with pure American knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, we're essentially occupying another country's waters, and when they try to defend themselves against us, we fire at them. You know what I mean?
Maritime law, dude. Anything goes.
Wait, what?
Maritime law. International waters. Anything goes.
Wait, isn't this... Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. I don't know as much. I don't know as much about this as I thought I did.
Okay, because I don't know anything. So if you don't know anything,
I mean, I don't think it's international waters. I think it's like Iran's waters. I think it would be equivalent to if somebody was occupying like the Gulf of Mexico, you know.
No, right.
But it's like, yeah. So essentially, we're like attacking Iran. We're occupying their territory. Then these Iranian fast boats.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up before we move forward.
Yeah.
Because if it's maritime law, then who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Murder's
this
okay.
CNN article really does not tell you a whole lot about it, does it? Because I read through this whole thing. I didn't.
Now this is the Persian.
Oh wait. Oh no, shit. It's international waterway. Oh no, it is international waters. Never mind.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Then murder's okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Another win for murder. Hooray!
Yay! I'm so happy. Okay. You want to just move on then?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Well, okay, maybe we should talk about the I don't think we should cap it off as murder and crime is okay as long as it's on international waters. Maybe we should talk about the bigger picture.
Yeah, we have been actively escalating with Iran ever since the Trump presidency, even though we don't really have a reason to. Like the Iran
isn't it their nuclear program that we're worried about?
They were following the nuclear deal to a T, though. Like when Obama signed the nuclear deal, like the International Atomic Energy Association, they had like all kinds of tamper-proof sensors and shit. They were not enriching uranium beyond like what you needed for nuclear power. Because if you want to use uranium for like electricity generation, you don't have to refine it nearly as much as you would to put it in like a nuclear bomb. You know. Okay. So the entire point was just like, they can use uranium for nuclear energy, just not for nuclear weapons. They weren't refining it beyond that point. But Trump actively like ripped up the Iran deal, violated it by sanctioning them, and then just kept escalating with them to the point where like
blew up that guy.
What?
He blew up that guy.
General Soleimani, one of the biggest reasons why ISIS didn't control as much of the Middle East as they did. You know,
many people call him the modern day Adolf Hitler.
General Soleimani?
Yes, many people call him that. Now, if you were to ask me who those people are, I would not be able to tell you. But I'm letting you know that he was the greatest evil of the 21st century.
Yeah, what I read up on him was that he was a very big reason why ISIS didn't gain as much control, and he actually
the biggest evil ever, whoever lived. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
Never mind. I can't convince you. I can't convince your soy boy liberal mind to realize that man was going to destroy the world.
That man was going to launch an all-out attack on Omaha, Nebraska, and there was nothing we could do about it.
This man I've never even heard of blew up. Literally, he blew up. And then Donald
Yeah.
And then the next day, Donald Trump threatened to go to war with Iran.
On Twitter.
He cyberbullied Twitter the next day. And you know what's their language? Do they just speak Arabic?
I don't know what they speak in Iran.
Well, it doesn't matter because I remember the next day he tweeted in their language too, so he could threaten them in their language. And that's what really scared me.
Holy shit.
Anyway, it just seems like this is another moment of us just antagonizing them and trying to turn them into an enemy.
Yeah, I just wish we would stop being imperialistic pieces of shit, dude.
It's never going to stop.
Yeah, I mean, at least we're getting out of Afghanistan, sort of, but I mean, that's not... We need to just stop being assholes entirely. We need to end the drug war. We need to stop, like, invading other countries and, like, stealing their natural resources for our own benefit.
Well, I got bad news for you, pal. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
I think America's reach is only just going to keep getting stronger and stronger until one day we just go to war again with some other huge superpower.
And then we destroy the world. Assuming climate change doesn't get to it first.
Oh, that's true. Unless the entire human race is wiped out.
Yeah.
Which would probably be better in the long run.
Yeah.
I feel if climate change were to get to that point, to kill a lot of people, I don't think it would kill all of humanity. I just think it would kill a nice chunk.
Yeah.
And I think that's when things will reset and we'll be like, okay, let's just cook some beans and chill out for a couple hundred years. And then we'll build another nuke.
Yeah, and then we'll destroy the world again.
We have 100 years of bean peace. let us enjoy it.
100 years of bean peace where the air is toxic and the water is undrinkable.
Exactly. But everything's going to be chill, dude.
Yeah, everyone's going to be chilled because they're going to get like heavy metal poisoning from just drinking water.
Nature will heal.
Yeah, but
that's what Elon Musk is.
Yeah, nature will heal, but we'll die.
That's when Elon Musk is going to give me and all my homies Iron Man suits to fly around so we don't die.
I'm pretty sure that would just increase the carbon emissions, but okay.
No, dude. No, you don't get it. He's a scientist.
Yeah, he's a scientist. He's a scientist who's also a big fucking loser somehow.
He invented cars.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he shot one into space.
Wow.
For the lulz.
That literally was why he did it.
Yeah, that is actually true. That's not even us joking. That is just something he did.
Oh my god. Anyway,
can you imagine like you're an alien chilling on a moon or a planet, and you're like, oh boy, time to enjoy my alien life, and you're walking outside with your alien kid, and then a fucking car just falls onto your planet. And it just crushes you or your kid.
Yeah,
and
that's so funny. I love casual death.
No, but that's like the confirmation of alien life, because to you, your perspective, that's an alien contraption,
right?
And that's like the thing, because some asshole just shot it into space.
Yeah, I don't know. Where did that car end up? Did it just go off into interplanetary space?
Well, nobody knows. It's gone. It's gone.
Oh, so it just drifted off into interplanetary space.
Yeah, I don't think it had a destination.
Oh, I didn't know if it was gonna like go back through the atmosphere and burn up or something.
No, they shot it right into space. So it's just gonna keep drifting. That's why I'm saying it's like an asteroid now, I guess.
The fucking car is an asteroid.
Or is it a meteorite?
I actually don't know.
I think meteorites move.
Yes.
Asteroids orbit.
Yes. Okay. That sounds right. I'll take your word for it.
Okay. So
anyway, U.S. imperialism's bad. We should stop antagonizing Iran and get back in the nuclear deal. And Biden fucked up not doing that.
But what about Pax Americana? What if we took over the whole world?
Well, I mean, we are the whole world.
That is true.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to go to war with us? China or Russia?
I don't think either of them really have that big of an interest in going to war with us. China, least of all.
I think China has the...
I don't know. China hasn't really indicated any desire for war.
Exactly. They're waiting. They're biding their time. Have you seen the Russian propaganda against the United States?
No.
Because it's actually pretty funny.
I imagine it's probably at least partially true.
Well, it's also very bigoted.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, where it's like, I've seen the commercial where it's like this family chilling in their house, and the dad has this 1,000-yard stare sitting at the table, and he's like, "Oh boy, another day here in America." And the wife's like, "What is wrong, husband? What is getting you down?" It's like, "Well, not because we live in America. It is now time for me to get my dick cut off and get a vagina now because men can be women."
Wait,
and then she said,
what?
Yeah, it basically just opens with fucking insulting trans people.
Okay.
And then she's like, "Oh, husband, it is okay. It will be fine." And then he's like, "No, it's not fine. I want to keep my penis." and then something else happens where like he's like, "I shall pray to our God," and it's like, "Let us pray to Pikachu."
Wait, what?
It's like a picture of Pikachu because it's supposed to be like making fun of American
Consumerism.
media and consumerism. You know, it's like, "Let us pray to Pikachu," and it's just portraying America as like this weird, oppressive, cultish state.
That is
which we are to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But that's like to cranking it up to 11.
It's like I like how he feels compelled to go like get bottom surgery, like he has to.
No. It's mandated. That's the way it comes off of the commercial. It's government mandated. State-sanctioned bottom surgery.
State-sanctioned bottom surgery. Yeah. Holy fuck. No, I can't believe the government won't allow me to keep my penis.
Let us pray to Pikachu so I may keep my penis. All right. That's enough of that.
Yeah. We went way. Straws. we're going way off the rails here. Holy shit! You definitely have to send me the link to that Russian propaganda.
I'll try to find it. I saw it on Twitter, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Because I'm like, it was so ridiculous that I'm like, this has to be like somebody making like a parody. But no, it was real.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow. Okay.
All right.
So, what do you want to talk about? Pipeline cyberattack or Liz Cheney?
Liz Cheney. Huh. Okay. So Liz Cheney was kicked off of GOP House leadership because she said that Orange Man was bad. And so a lot of...
Which he is.
Yeah. A lot of people are looking at this as like, oh my God, poor Liz Cheney speaking the truth and is getting punished for it. First of all, Liz Cheney, piece of shit. All right. I don't feel bad for her. And I also think that we're generally better off if she's in less positions of power. You know what I mean? But
I'm very glad you say that because I thought we were going to have differing opinions about that. I mean, you were going to be like, "Oh, poor her,"
No, yeah, fuck her.
Because she supported, because now she's like this anti-Trump messiah.
Yeah,
she's one of the good conservatives.
She's the resistance hero. Yeah, dude. Nothing about.
She supported 93% of Trump policies during his.
His
term.
I didn't know the exact number, but I was gonna say none of her opposition to him has anything to do with policy. It's purely on the basis of like his decorum or his entire lack thereof. But yeah, it's like, which I mean, to be fair, there is a point to be made about how like, yeah, his rhetoric is definitely harmful, but like she supports every single horrible policy that Republicans have been pushing since Reagan, and Trump just exacerbated. Like she's not a good person, and I also don't feel bad for her. But it is pretty crazy how like the Republican Party is so like Trump is daddy that they will like throw her off over something like that. I think that is crazy.
That is crazy. Was her recent like going against Trump inspired by the Capitol invasion?
Yeah, I know. She was talking about how like his rhetoric was dangerous and sparked an insurrection, all of which is true. But people are just taking that and making her out to be like a good person when she's not. But yeah, no, that's what it was about. And she's correct in pointing out that his rhetoric is dangerous and that he is entirely, or at least mostly, responsible for that happening.
Did you see that some representative tried to spin the Capitol insurrection as a tourist visit?
No, who was that?
I don't remember who it
was.
was.
Was it Matt Gaetz?
Maybe no. They would have said if it was Matt Gaetz because he's everybody loves shitting on him.
Yeah,
but I don't. The thing I read didn't say who said it, but everybody's like, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, those people who like forcibly broke into like federal buildings with zip ties. They're just.
It's just a tour. They're just checking the building out.
What blows my mind is that like those people were directly affected. Like Republican politicians were directly affected by what happened on that day. And yet
they wanted to kill Mike Pence.
Yeah, and yet they're just like, well, actually, the fact that this happened is like it's bad, but if you think about it, it's also like really not that bad. Like it's fine, dude.
It's like that Eric Andre thing is like, I can't believe the liberals would do this.
Yeah. Yeah, oh no, there's so many people that were like, not that Antifa are liberal, but like they're saying like Antifa was actually the people that stormed the Capitol, not Trump voters. And it's just like, dude, come on.
Yeah. But that's I don't get it. I think they're just trying to move past that, you know what I mean? Like they're trying to pretend like it never even happened.
Yeah, no, what? No, the leader of the Republican Party didn't do a horrible thing and get away with it. No, of course not.
January 6th? I don't remember what I was doing that day.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. I think I was at home.
Yeah, I was probably balls deep in my wife.
I was watching the Flintstones that day. That's all I can remember.
Yeah, I was just thinking about all the new ways I can keep black people from voting.
Yeah, I was just clipping my toenails and polishing my Klan robe. just hanging out.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened that day.
Yeah, no, I don't think anything happened actually. I think it was just some guys on a tour of the Capitol building. You
know what I heard? I heard that liberals did it.
Yeah, I can't today.
You know, wait, before I lose the thought. There's my favorite meme ever where it's like it was during the election, somebody tweeted out like, this is how conservatives try to play off like any bad press, and it's just like it was a picture of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein shaking hands, and it was like the caption on Jeffrey Epstein was known sex trafficker, and the picture of Donald Trump and Donald Trump had the caption Joe Biden.
I saw something similar where it was like Trump like kissing this little black girl, and she was like crying and clearly uncomfortable, and the caption was on the little girl was little kids, and the caption on Trump was Joe Biden.
Yeah. That's exactly how they spin it.
Yeah,
every single time.
No, dude. Today I saw a dude with a MAGA sticker that was like "Make liberals cry again," and it's like, wow, your only ideology is just making like liberals upset, like owning the libs. Like, honest to God, that is some people's only political ideology, like making the liberals like butthurt or something.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that's just an unwillingness to accept change?
You know what I think it is? I think so. Republicans suck, right? Their policies suck. Like nothing about them actually helps people. There was a I forget what it was. There's a book that I forget what it is. I haven't read it, but I heard things about it. Essentially, the guy in it describes how Republican politicians in Kansas would keep getting elected despite the fact that they never ever fulfilled any of their campaign promises. And the reason why is because they relate to them entirely on culture. You know, like, obviously this is more recent, but you know how they were, like, bitching and moaning about, like, Dr. Seuss and Potato Head and...
So you're saying... let's cut to the chase. Are you saying that... because we've mentioned this before, do you think it's because the Republicans take advantage of the culture war?
Oh, no. The culture war is the main reason why people even like them to begin with. Their policies are terrible. Their policies have actively fucked people.
Well, that's why I'm suggesting that people are more pro-Republican, because it seems every time there's like a new concept or even a willingness to want to change something, then they're like, oh, no, what if it was exactly the same and we kept it the same forever? Please don't change it. And that's like the Republicans every single time. Yeah. And and all the people who's like, yeah, let's not change it.
Hey, maybe we should accept trans people. What? you want to break down men and women? I don't even know what that means, but you want to break down men and women? Dude, that's not cool. You can't do that.
It's like, did you ever read the Bible? It was just a man and a woman in a garden and a fucking snake and an apple. Let's not fucking change it.
Yeah, no, they take conservatism. They mean that word very literally in like the fact that like any kind of like social change that would actually be overall beneficial, like because they want to preserve a degree of hierarchy. If you're conservative, you're
it's about privilege.
Yeah,
it's about privilege and oppression.
Right.
Like they don't want to integrate all these new groups and factions and more diverse thinking because they want to keep that sort of power structure.
Absolutely, because they directly benefit from it.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, let me ask you this: what about like the really pedantic small shit, like Mr. Potato Head? Like, why do you think that becomes such a big thing?
Probably because, like, if they can get people riled up over small things, anytime that they need a distraction, they can just pick a random small thing and make a big deal out of that. Because people are already, like, conditioned to be upset over stupid shit that doesn't matter. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, I was thinking more so that it plays into the whole theater thing, where they dramatize this really small, really insignificant, if you really look at it, sort of topic. And then they hypothesize, like, what if it got larger?
Right. What if
there was a grander scope?
What if every single thing is a slippery slope?
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. Like every single thing that's a new or every sort of change is just a slippery slope to chaos, anarchy, and you losing everything you hold dear.
I think I brought this up on one of the previous episodes, but when gay marriage was legalized in Obergefell versus United States, friend of the show, Dennis Prager, he basically made a comment about how, like, if gay marriage is legal, now there's no argument against, like, marrying an animal or, like, adult children marrying their parents. Like, it's shit like that. Like, everything is a slippery slope to something that's crazy, even though, like, to my knowledge, I don't think people have married animals or their family members.
You know what's ironic, though?
Mm-hmm.
When some stuff passes, like gay marriage or even like certain drugs become legalized, then everybody stops caring.
Yeah. Well, that's not necessarily true.
Not everybody.
As far as I understand, most state Republican parties still have on their platform to, like, make gay marriage illegal again.
Yeah, but that's not really a popular topic of discussion.
That's true, but it's like, yeah, like there is definitely like a status quo bias. Like, this is how it is. We can't just change it. What do you mean? Like, back in 2012 when Washington State and Colorado legalized marijuana, there was definitely a different attitude towards marijuana legalization than there is now. Like, over time and quite quickly, like, attitudes with those things have changed, and with gay marriage as well.
When I was in New York yesterday, there was a dude. I was sitting in the park eating my lunch, and a dude sat next to me, and he offered me. He tried to sell me some weed, right?
Okay.
And the whole time I was thinking I said no, and the whole time in my brain I was thinking, you fucking loser! Like, it's legal now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy it from you because you're gonna be gone.
No,
you're gonna be gone in a couple months.
Oh no, thank you, sir. I will not buy drugs. What are you, a loser?
Why should I buy your fucking skunk weed when in about a couple months I'm gonna be vaping off the Weedalizer 9000?
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, why on earth would that why should I do that?
Well, because he's the weed man, dude.
He's the weed man's gonna be gone. The weed man is the new milkman. They're gone. They're gonna be gone.
Shit. Yeah. Now they'll just sell you every other illicit substance and keep the destabilization of inner cities going.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking, what on earth is going to be like? What is the weed man gonna change up? So, like, because now they need to have a new source of income. Right.
I'm sure people will still buy weed illicitly because it's still probably going to be cheaper.
I mean, I guess, but I doubt it because, I mean, you would probably want higher quality stuff.
Yeah, but people are also poor.
That's true. How expensive is weed at like a dispensary?
It can be. Well, the taxes on it are really, really high. Generally.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, there some of the taxes are over like 25%.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's lower.
Okay.
Obviously, it's medical, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about like people just buying weed.
Recreation.
Yeah. Although, can you grow it in New York State? You can't in New Jersey. I know that.
You can't?
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you grow it in New York State though? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh.
Why? You want to open up a farm?
No. I was thinking because it's like if you can grow your own, I guess it doesn't really matter how much it costs.
Dude, let's quit our jobs and open a weed farm.
Dude, honestly, I would. Fuck yeah.
That'd rock.
That would rock. Yeah.
Just sit on a fucking porch of an old farmhouse on rocking chairs, like holding shotguns.
Holding shotguns, smoking. Yeah.
Yeah, with chewing tobacco, like just looking at our weed farm.
Yeah, like holding firearms will absolutely like blaze. Nothing can go wrong with that.
Right, and then like a fucking like a car pulls up of some out of towners. Like, excuse me, we're lost. Can you give us directions to the nearest town? And so,
yeah, it's back the way you came.
It's like no. But I was thinking because we're like blazed out of our mind on Sweet Kush. We're like, dude, you came to the wrong fucking place. Bang!
This
like,
weed,
I shoot at nothing,
dude. Like this weed farm definitely isn't big enough for all of us, dude.
Dude, this weed farm, it's like totally not safe for you. Bang!
Yeah, you're not.
I obliterate a chicken.
We have livestock on the weed farm. That's cool.
Yeah, I obliterate our own chicken just to prove a point.
Oh, fuck yeah, the example chicken.
See that? That's what we call it. See that chicken I just killed? That was our example chicken.
Oh my god!
Just to scare you.
Because
we're insane. We're psychopaths, and we're going to fucking murder you.
Yeah.
Anyway, the town's right down this way.
Yeah, I was gonna say anyway, Liz Cheney, because that's where this conversation started.
Who?
Yeah, dude, we're
talking about.
I don't know. Tonight we're on a roll. We're just talking about other shit that's not related to the world ending.
It's the end of the world special, so we're pretty depressed.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, at least we're gonna get a weed farm.
Yeah, that's true. I like how we're just building up our 5-year plan at this point. It's like, anyway, you'll buy the shotguns and I'll buy the land, and then we'll just vibe for the next 20 years.
We do this for 40 years and then we die. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
That would rock.
That would rock.
If we just gave up everything and opened up a weed farm.
Yeah, dude.
That's like the most hardcore 180 we could ever do.
Yeah. No, the most hardcore 180s if we grew other stuff there. We grew like opium and shit.
Like what? Oh, my brain thought you were gonna say like carrots and corn.
Well, I mean, yeah, we could put those too, but like, I'm talking about like things people get hooked on.
What's up with you and opium? You're always talking about opium.
I am?
Well, okay, I mentioned this on one episode, but you were telling me about how you wanted to buy black tar heroin.
I don't think I said that. I
think you suggested it.
I think you
were bragging about how you knew how to buy it.
I probably wasn't because I don't.
Yeah, you said
no.
I was saying on the dark web.
I was. Oh right. Yeah, I mean, I had seen it, but like I wasn't really bragging. I was just like, hey, this is weird.
No, you were like, dude, I'm gonna buy me and all my homies black tar heroin.
I think you're just slandering me. But anyway. Go on.
You said I hate. I love black tar heroin as much as I hate women. That's what you said to me.
Oh yeah, that is something I would say.
Oh, now that you put it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is just a disclaimer. This is a joke.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I'm not actually a threat to society, nor am I sexist.
No, I thought you were gonna say is like I actually hate black tar heroin, and you weren't gonna follow it up on the women angle.
No, I don't actually hate women. I really hate women.
Yeah, I fucking despise women.
Oh my god.
Fucking bitches, fucking losers, giving birth and shit. Gross, disgusting.
Who gives birth? What the fuck?
Fucking with titties flopping around.
Well, no. Those are all right.
Yeah, right. Fat asses and big titties fucking want to make me blow my brains out. Get a life.
Do you have something to say, Louis?
Fucking hate women.
Oh, okay.
Just letting the world know. No. It sounded too serious.
Yeah.
It sounded too real.
Yeah, I should let everyone know. Women, not cool. Oh my god.
Women, never heard of them.
Dude.
Anyway, Liz Cheney. Speaking of women, Liz Cheney.
Yeah.
Speaking of women we hate, Liz Cheney.
Yeah, so
she can get fucked.
Yeah, no, Liz Cheney, the less power that she has just in general, the better off everybody is. But the reason why she doesn't have power is ridiculous.
The reason why, but there is a bigger threat here that they could replace. They could put in her position or in her former position somebody like a Trumper,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Liz Cheney is bad enough where I would be okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, like I mean, for as awful as Trump is, if I really had to choose him and Cheney, I might be inclined to choose him. Like that's how bad she is.
The reason why I don't like Trumpers getting more power because there's a huge cult of personality behind that.
Right.
And I really don't like that when it's played too much in government. You know what I mean?
That's fair, yeah.
And that's you could use that. You could say that about both sides. We've addressed that on the show.
Yeah.
That we don't agree with how some people really abuse their public image, and I think the more they get power, the more they're spreading this sort of like attitude, and the more they do that, the more they normalize it.
That's also fair. I think the takeaway from this is Republicans should never have any source of power ever, because they're all horrible.
What if you, me, and all the other libtards built a camp, and we sent all the Republicans to the camp?
What would they do in the camp?
Yeah, what would they do? You tell me.
Be poor. Because they're all corrupt. They're all rich. Many of them have probably never worked a day in their life, or if they have, it's been too long. We don't need to
send them to a camp. We don't need to send them to a camp. We'll just send them all to Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Just lock down the state of Iowa. Just send every Republican politician to Iowa.
It's like Arkham City, Batman Arkham City.
Yes.
You ever play that game?
Yes, I have.
Where they lock down a huge portion of the city to be a giant prison?
Yes.
That's what we'll do. We'll lock down an entire state to be a giant prison state. Like Georgia. That's what Georgia used to be.
Oh, I was going to say Australia, but was Georgia a prison state?
It was.
Oh, I did not know that.
Because we didn't get... Did you ever learn about how the United States gained Florida as a state?
Andrew Jackson basically invaded it.
Yeah, on a whim.
On a whim, and Spain was all pissed, but then we kind of just paid them off, and they were okay with it.
Yeah. I hate colonialism. Don't get me wrong, and imperialism.
Yeah.
But that little tidbit in history rocks.
Yeah.
That some dude just decided, you know what? This is ours. And then they invaded.
And it went like basically without a hitch. Yeah. It's like
they mutinied. They basically mutinied against. They committed basic treason against the United States government.
Yeah,
because they didn't follow orders.
Yeah, it's. Don't you hate it when you?
And they got away with it scot-free.
Did you hate it when your soldiers disobey orders and give you like land bigger than most European countries?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Should we even talk about... Okay, now let's talk briefly about the pipeline cyber attack.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into the main meat and potatoes of tonight's talk. So, do you have anything pulled up for that, or should I pull it up?
I think I have something over here, but you clearly seem to know more about this than I do.
Well, I mainly want to talk about it because I want to talk about public reaction to it.
Okay.
But I'll pull up a thing. So... Okay, so recently, the Colonial Pipeline was under a cyber attack by a radical a radical cyber group known as Dark Side.
Well, I've heard of them.
And they shut down about 5,500 miles of pipeline, which led to a huge disruption of nearly half of the East Coast fuel supply, and led to gas shortages in the Southeast.
Okay.
Says right here, they basically spread a bunch of malware that encrypted files on the devices and networks for the system.
Oh, it was a ransomware attack. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah, that's exactly what it was. And they rendered the whole system inoperable. So what did the United States do to remedy this? We paid them $5 million to give us our pipeline back, which I believe they did. I believe the pipeline's now back in our control.
Great.
I'd like to mention this. Darkside wanted to make it clear that they're apolitical.
Okay.
I thought that's funny. It's like, oh, we don't have a reason.
Yeah,
we did.
I mean, fuck. I guess that's what we get for using pipelines, I guess. But I mean, that's not their point. I think they just wanted to make $5 million.
Yeah, they said that there's no, as of right now, there's no confirmed or no evident Russian support or what's the word?
Jesus Christ!
Involvement.
They always blame the Russians, don't they? It's always their first fucking instinct to blame the Russians.
Mainly because they mainly wanted to blame the Russians because they said there was a similar attack against a solar wind farm that had some ties to Russian foreign intelligence.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
No, I was mainly referring to them talking about how Hillary Clinton lost, not because she's unlikable, because of Russians.
No, Hillary Clinton rocks. She had that hot sauce in her purse.
Oh yeah.
She was so relatable when I saw that. I'm like, dude, I carry hot sauce in my purse all the time.
Oh yeah, me too.
Hell yeah.
I carry it in my prison wallet.
Your ass?
You got it, brother.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay. So that's all pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to really acknowledge what you said.
Okay.
So that's all pretty straightforward. Cyber attack, gasoline, a bit of a shortage, pretty bad, but I guess in the long run, nothing truly catastrophic. It seems like it's been an open and shut case.
Yeah.
But this led to a certain public reaction that I would very much like to discuss, in which people thought that gasoline was going to dry up, like a puddle on a warm summer's day.
Wait, what?
So
They
they thought gas was going to go away. There would be no more gas.
Okay.
So people decided to go to their gasoline stations or their petrol stations, to our foreign friends. They went to their gas stations to hoard as much gasoline as possible. And there has been some pretty fun photos of idiots buying gasoline in bulk. Now, there are some people who went with multiple gas canisters and they filled them up. There's some people, and this is my favorite, who filled up trash bags with gasoline.
What the fuck? Okay. Wow.
And a lot of people are comparing this to the early
COVID with toilet paper.
COVID-19, with the toilet paper issue back in 2020. And it's just led to this very comedic overreaction on the part of just everyday citizens.
Yeah, if computers get hacked, then the gasoline goes bye-bye. Holy shit.
Now, let me ask you this. In both situations, toilet paper and gasoline, plenty of information was provided that neither of which really had anything to do with the situation that happened, yet people panicked. Why do you think that is?
Because people are very irrational when they're panicked. Like literally, like your the part of your brain that deals with emotion, when that takes over, you cannot think rationally. Like your ability to plan and problem solve goes out the fucking window. Now,
let me ask you this.
Now, sorry, one more thing. So I kind of get, I obviously it's stupid, but I understand why people got a lot of gasoline when it was related to gasoline. I still don't understand why people got a bunch of toilet paper with COVID.
Well, there was a rumor. Okay, that was mainly around the time when we weren't sure exactly what COVID was or what the specific type of coronavirus would do to you.
Right.
And I think a lot of misinformation spread that it would lead to like puking and diarrhea.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it led to toilet paper shortages, despite the fact that I think I just said it was misinformation.
Right.
But this okay, it did say it did happen that there was a gasoline shortage, and gasoline prices did rise. But that is because a pipeline was just shut down, essentially.
Yeah. We should stop using pipelines,
like,
though.
That's true. But like, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
To just think, oh no, like there's a gas shortage. You know what I have to do? Get all my trash bags and fill them up with gasoline.
Wow.
Where the fuck are you even gonna put that?
In like your garage? I don't know.
And then that's the worst fire hazard in the world.
Well, listen, Louis. When car can't go vroom, that's a risk you have to take.
I guess. Yeah. I'll burn my fucking house. I'll burn the whole neighborhood down because my car can't go vroom. I can't go to fucking Walgreens to buy my diet Dr. Kelp.
This is why we should invest more in public transportation.
You know what I was thinking? Like, that's a great example of, or a great reason why we should switch over to like electric cars. You know what I mean? Like, because if a whole group can effectively just shut down our pipeline for shits and giggles, then maybe that's a very effective motivator for us to look at alternative types of energy for our vehicles.
Yeah, for sure. And I think also, like I just said, like I think public transportation, just having less cars in general, less reliance on stuff like that.
That's true. There's no way there can be widespread public like you can't get a subway system in every place.
Not necessarily subway, but like you can get like light rails and stuff.
I do agree with that.
Light rails, and also just more intercity like rail too.
Yeah, I feel as though there is a really huge missed opportunity in underfunding and just probably not funding at all any train infrastructure.
Yeah,
in America.
For as much as I criticize Biden, I will say he does appear to be based in train-pilled. It's to some degree.
He is train-pilled?
I think so. Yeah.
If any president were to have trains in his basement, it would be him, like the model trains.
Yeah. No, that would definitely
be
him.
that guy. I totally see him as that
I can
guy.
completely picture him in like an old conductor's outfit, like with his model trains in his basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can 100% see that.
Jill. Choo-choo, Jill. Check this out.
Listen, Fat. I got
Look, Fat.
I got a perfect replica of an old steam locomotive.
See this right here? This is a model of the Orient Express. This is killer. Hey, Barack, check this out. Joe, I don't want to see your trains.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. I'm not going to say it. Hunter. Check out the trains, Hunter.
Jesus Christ. Hey,
but Hunter's on the trains. He's like, yeah, Dad, this fucking train rocks.
Donald just said, I don't want to see your trains. Your trains aren't as good as my trains. My trains run very strongly. Yours do not. Yours are pissy pant trains. Well, come on, man. Cut me some slack.
We're really starved for content if we're coming up with a hypothetical of Joe Biden showing model trains to all his political allies and enemies.
You know what? I still think thus far this is probably my favorite episode.
Really?
Because we're just bullshitting, honestly.
Yeah, we're really just done. It's the end of the world special.
Yeah. I guess. All right,
No, I want to keep talking about Biden with his trades. There's something there.
Okay, all right.
Okay, I'll be Biden. You be Donald Trump. This will be our lighthearted thing to discuss before we talk about ethnic cleansing.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in my basement. I'm Joe Biden. True. This is awesome. This is epic.
Sleepy Joe.
I love it.
Sleepy Joe, what are you doing, Sleepy Joe?
Who is that? Who's here?
It's me. How do you not know me? I have the most handsome face anyone's ever seen.
Oh,
It's me, Donald Trump.
Hey, Donald. Hey, Don. You want to check out my trains?
You know, I don't know if I want to do that. You know, your trains are very, very weak. They're Mexican-made trains. I like my trains American-made.
Look, fat. Look right here.
What did you just call me? No. Don't ever use.
Train's fast.
Don't ever use the word fat with me. I have the best
Don,
physique that anyone's ever
Don,
seen.
Chill out, Don.
Why?
Just sit down next to me. Put on this conductor's hat and let's ride, dude.
I don't want to wear the conductor's hat. I think it makes him look gay.
Whoa, whoa, Don. Joe Biden's like, I think you should leave.
No. I'm sorry. I take it back. I will put on the conductor's hat.
No, I don't want to play with you anymore, man.
What are you, fucking gay? Are you a bisexual king? I'm bisexual too. I kiss all the beautiful women and all the men.
Jonah, you're digging yourself a grave you can't get back from.
What?
You're gonna get slaughtered, dude.
I'm playing a character.
When the LGBTQ community hears you saying these awful, horrible things, once I tell them,
I know like a lot of people were joking for a while that Trump was bisexual because do you remember that rally he did?
Now you're trying to fucking save yourself.
No, like
saying Trump's actually a bi icon.
No, I'm not saying he is, but there was a joke about that for a while. Because do you remember there was a rally he did where he was like talking about how he kissed all the women and all the men?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then there was also like apparently there's some stereotype that bisexual people can't sit in chairs properly, and he sits in chairs really fucking weird. So that's kind of what I was alluding to.
You know, everybody's a little bit gay.
A little bit, right? Yeah, a little bit.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
So why don't you stop insulting gay people, and why don't we talk about ethnic cleansing?
That's a great idea.
Okay. So you want to start us off, or you want me to do it?
So
I think you should take a back seat because you've insulted 90% of our audience.
Okay.
I've checked the demographics. We have a 90% gay audience, and you decided to insult them all. So let's have. Why don't you just chill out for a bit?
Great. Okay.
This is your timeout.
I'm so glad I have you here to tell me when I've overstepped my boundaries.
To check your privilege.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of a little place called Israel?
Yeah, I think they're a small, insignificant country with no real bearing on world politics.
Yeah, like nothing really happens there. Until recently. Because I'd never even heard of the place until... Until recently, I was on Instagram looking at action figures of Star Wars characters, and then everybody started posting about like people dying, and I was like, "Oh, who's dying now?" And they said Palestinians are dying, and then I said, "Who
again?"
And I said, "Who is dying? Who are these people?" And then I had to learn all this like lore and history. And, the thing I really learned from it is that it's all very complicated, and I can't really have an opinion on it because it's just so complex, and there's no real right or wrong in this situation.
Okay.
So, in reality, I think it's safe to say that Israel and Palestine... Well, let's talk about the origins of Israel, because I think that plays a very important part to its role in modern day history. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the formation of Israel began after World War II because the Allied forces and I guess the UN had to figure out what to do with all the displaced Jewish people.
Mm-hmm. I think.
And then somebody who read the Bible said, "Well, in the Bible it says their holy land is this place. So let's just send them there and disrupt an entirely just random country, which was Palestine." I believe at that point it was Palestine was in British control.
Yeah, I know the British. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I do know the British played a pretty big part in it. So that wouldn't surprise me at all.
I believe, yeah. So I believe Palestine was colonized at that point, and they decided to allocate a whole portion of land to the misplaced Jewish people, which became Israel. And since then, I think Israel in the beginning was kind of, I mean, it's always been an issue, because it becomes this sort of thing like, well, it's the topic of like, who does the land belong to, and like who deserves to live there, and like here's one government saying, oh, this land belongs to these people, and then here's a group of people saying, we've lived here all our lives, maybe we should live here, and then people are saying, I don't know. This guy told me I live here now. This is so hard to choose.
Yeah.
This guy told me
this guy who lives thousands of miles away told me that I'm supposed to. Mom said it's my turn with the land.
This guy who read one book that said I'm from here, even though I lived somewhere else my whole life, says I live here now, and now I live here, and now I own this place.
Yeah. What's kind of undeniable about this is that regardless of who actually is justified in owning this, the size of Palestine has shrunk pretty dramatically in a very short period of time. It's been swallowed up by Israel. And what's also interesting is that only one of those countries has the backing of the most powerful military to ever exist.
Oh, wait. You're jumping the gun.
Okay.
So that gives a little origin to Israel and Palestine. And since then, it's become, it has been a huge dispute for decades now between Israel and Palestine over the land. Mm-hmm. And we cut to recently where it's become a much more volatile problem or situation.
Yeah.
Because Israel has gotten to the point where people are calling it an ethnic cleansing, where they are uprooting several Palestinian residents within Israel and trying to remove them from their homes, and basically they're just evicting and taking the land.
Yeah, they've been evicting people since the 90s, haven't they?
I can't say.
Oh, okay.
I'm not too sure, and I don't want to confirm it because I don't know. But can I get the exact neighborhood? I don't have it off Sheikh Jarrah. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's what it has. Yeah, so they've been throwing people out, and because of that, it's led to several political protests between the Palestinian and even some Israeli residents. They're all protesting the government doing this.
Didn't I heard something about how I think it was like the Israeli like National Guard essentially cleared out a mosque full of like Muslims that were worshiping. They were cleared out to make way for like far right Jewish protesters.
Yeah, no, good thing you bring that up, because there was actually hundreds of Jewish extremists marching through Jerusalem at the end of April, chanting "Death to Arabs."
Oh, okay.
on a night where there was heavy conflicts between the Jewish and Arab groups of the country. So it is very much fueled by I guess the term is pro-Israel or nationalists. So that's what.
Yeah, nationalists and nationalists.
Yeah. Well, like they're saying, it's our nation. You need to go away, even though it's not really their country. Should we say what? Should we say okay? Maybe I'm being a bit bold. Is the State-Sanctioned podcast anti-Israel?
Well, it depends on how you define anti-Israel, because
we're not being. I've seen it online. People trying to clarify what they mean. That because people are trying to say the difference between anti-Israel and anti-Semitic.
Yeah,
people against.
We don't like. I don't give a shit that there's a bunch of Jews that live there. I care that they're war criminals who are essentially committing a genocide.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. At this point, it would be impractical to tell everyone who lives in Israel to go somewhere else. Kind of in the same way it'd be impractical to, like, tell everybody who isn't Native American to leave the U.S., you know? Like, there needs to be some degree of a two-state solution. And the problem is Israel has no interest in a two-state solution. They believe that they are entitled to all of that land, and that the Arabs simply stand in the way of them, having it.
Okay. I see it complete opposite. I think Palestine deserves all the land back, because I think the whole. I was sort of alluding to it when I was talking about the origins of Israel. There wasn't really a plan.
Yeah.
When forming it, it was just a couple of ideas. Like, they just read the Bible and they came up with that idea.
Right.
Like, the Bible says this plot of land belongs to them, so let's give it to them.
I'm not disagreeing with you in that, like, the way it happened was fucked. What I'm saying is, at this...
Oh, no, wait, hear me out. I think at the end of the day, Palestinians deserve the land because it was a shitty thing that happened.
Yeah.
It was a product of colonialism and imperialism, and it did uproot several people who lived there all their lives and have now had to watch several generations endure hardship over a shitty formation of a country. Realistically, I think I would lean towards what you said. I don't think there's going to be any Israeli dissolution. Only if somehow, let's say, the country gets like overthrown and taken over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I really wanted to bring this up. The United States funds the shit out of Israel.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the number. I believe Israel received $3.3 billion in United States funding.
Yeah, I saw a meme. Did I save it on my phone? Yeah, here we go. It's a picture of a donkey. I was representing a Democrat. It's like, my heart goes out to both Israel and Palestine. My $3.8 billion in military aid just goes out to Israel.
Right.
Yeah. I mean...
Which is why the United States is turning a whole blind eye to this situation.
Right. I mean, listen.
Let me ask you this. Why do we fund Israel? Do you know, is there like an actual reason as to why we support and fund and have such a proactive interest in Israel?
Well, I do know that we have pretty overwhelming evidence that, at least for Donald Trump, he took a lot of Israeli money. A lot of Saudi Arabian money, too. But yeah, a lot of Israeli money. I think that Israel has kind of gone out of their way to essentially, like, suck our dick. So, because obviously if you have the backing of the most powerful military to ever exist, you can kind of do whatever you want. You know?
That's true.
And so, yeah, I don't actually know
War crimes.
Ethnic cleansing! I love ethnic cleansing! I gotta stop saying things that can be taken out of context. Jesus Christ.
Well, we were saying we should throw conservatives in camps, and you were saying gay people suck. So I think we're well past that.
I was saying gay people suck while clearly doing a Trump impression, but okay.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. And I also said that women are terrible.
Yeah.
And you also said that women are terrible.
We're great people.
Yeah, we're awesome. Yeah. Anyway, we were talking about ethnic cleansing. I like how a large portion of this podcast has been us bullshitting, and then at the tail end, it's very serious.
Yeah, no, but it's just like, yeah, I Israel definitely pays a fuck ton of money to politicians here in the U.S. I know that for a fact. I would imagine that's a big part of it. And that's why that's essentially the biggest reason why they're able to get away with doing what they do.
Well, from current reports, people are suggesting that war is imminent because now the Israeli Defense Force has launched several airstrikes against Gaza, the Gaza Strip, and I believe they've dispatched soldiers into Palestine.
Yeah.
So people aren't they don't know exactly how far this is going to go, but it could go either way, really.
Yeah. And so a lot of people are trying to defend Israel by saying like rocket attacks. There are like actual terrorist groups in Palestine that are committing acts of terror, and that's not acceptable. What I want to say, however, is if Palestine doesn't resist this violently, they will be eradicated, right?
Right.
The onus to actually make peace is on Israel, because if Palestine tries to make peace, they're done for.
But Israel doesn't want peace. Israel's trying to just get rid of everybody.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If Israel were to say we're not going to be violent anymore and make a two-state solution, the what's the group called again? The
Israeli Defense Force?
No, in Palestine, the people carrying out the rocket attacks.
Oh shit, I don't know.
But they've essentially said like they're open to the idea of a two-state solution, right? So they're more amicable to the idea than even Israel is. And again, Israel has all the power here because they have the backing of the United States. If there was ever to be peace, it would be entirely on Israel, right?
Okay.
Like Palestine is being violent again, and what they're doing is not necessarily justifiable, but they're being violent because they are under attack. Because if they are not violent, if they don't defend themselves, they will be cleansed, right?
It's very much a David versus Goliath situation,
right? And so, like people who defend Israel, I think, need to keep that in mind. Like they are not simply defending themselves; they are the biggest perpetuators of this because they're being colonialist.
Yeah, if you say, oh, they need to be peaceful and they need to come up with a more tranquil solution, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen. If the Palestinians even try, they did. They just did a peaceful protest the other day, and what happened? They just got beat the shit out of and arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Is...
Oh! Did you hear that Andrew Yang? You know he's running for mayor, right?
Oh, fuck Andrew Yang. He's he dug himself a big grave for himself. Yeah, because I love the politicians trying to say something without saying anything at all.
No, but did you see his tweet about this in particular?
No. What'd he say?
He basically was like, the people of New York stand with Israel because they have a right to defend themselves. Oh, and he's running for mayor, too, of New York.
I heard that he clarified something. Like, he clarified the tweet.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he came up with like an apology or
clarified.
Something. He's like, but actually, though, I can't find it. And yeah, anyway, I know a lot of people have been going against anybody who's been trying to support Israel. I know Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, she got blasted. She's like, my hearts and prayers, my thoughts and prayers go out to Israel, and everybody's like, what the fuck,
why?
Gal Gadot?
Why?
And then everybody remembered she not only was she Miss Israel in like the Miss Universe pageant, but she was also part of the Israeli Defense Force.
Oh yeah.
Because I think everybody has to serve.
Oh right. Well, anyway, that's cringe.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's I don't get how people are like, oh, but Israel's fine, like leave them alone. Or I don't like how people are trying to spin it as if you disagree with what Israel's doing, you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah, no, that's the oldest trick in the book. It's like you remember when you know who Kirsten Sinema is?
Yeah, she's the lady who did the epic thumbs down.
Yeah, she basically went out and was like
against raising.
Oh geez, Rick, if you go against me, you're actually pretty sexist. Oh geez, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
if you're not with me, you're my enemy.
She used sexism to cover up, like, to deflect criticism of her bad job as, a legislator. And it's a similar thing, except obviously, like, I mean, we're talking about defending genocide instead of, defending being a shitty person, which, both are bad, but yeah.
Right.
Oh my god, dude. It's incredible how much this is propagandized too.
That's true. Well, I think we should say the State-Sanctioned podcast is anti-genocide.
Hell yeah. Yes, we are.
We hate women, but you know who we hate even more? The mass slaughter of innocent people.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
That is our single most based opinion. Everything else we say is cancer.
Yeah, everything else sucks. This whole episode has been 70% cancer and 30% based thoughts.
Yes. Well, Yeah.
At least we got to shit on the CIA in the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, that's our one good deed.
We also shit on Israel.
Oh yeah, we're still shitting on Israel.
So we shit on the CIA, we shit on Liz Cheney, we shit on conservatives, and now we're shitting on Israel. This is a good episode.
We're just a bunch of soy boy fools who hate everything good in the world.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Hell yeah, dude.
We love hurting people. We love it. We We want it to continue. Yes. Get rid of everybody you don't want from your country and throw them out and let them die. That's all we want. Topple as many countries as you can.
Yeah.
Put all the gasoline in as many trash bags as you want.
USA. Fuck.
This is a banger of an end of the world special.
Yeah, it really is.
Because maybe you could tell audience member that we're just defeated.
We are.
We're tired. We're no longer free to roam this earth.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye, Windows 98 sound.
Haha, get him, Jonah.
Or was it 95?
Well, all right. We've covered all of our topics.
Yeah, we have milked every single thing we've talked about dry, so I think we should stop while we're ahead.
Now I know everybody closed out of the podcast after the amazing Trump v. Biden train debate. But in case you made it to the end, we would very much like to thank you for somehow listening to all of this.
Yeah, for forcing yourself to bear the shittiness that is this podcast. We really genuinely do appreciate it. So thank you so much.
We also don't hate women.
We don't.
we also don't hate the LGBT community.
That is also true.
We don't hate the CIA.
Well, no. We do hate the CIA.
We don't hate Liz Cheney.
No, we do.
We don't hate the attack on our innocent Iranian.
Yeah, you were off to a good start, but no.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I went into a fugue state. I kind of lost track of what I was saying.
No. Everything prior is true. We do hate the CIA. We do hate Liz Cheney. We do hate genocide. And we also hate each other.
Yeah, Jonah and I aren't actually friends. We only do the podcast, and that's it.
Yeah.
We don't see each other. We don't talk to each other. I haven't seen Jonah in about 6 years.
Yeah,
in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, if you've been keeping up with the lore, that's a funny joke.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, let's cap it off.
Yeah, why don't we?
Thank you very much for listening to yet another episode. Thank you for joining us in the End of the World special
of the State-Sanctioned podcast. Thank you and take care.
You have been Jonah Marcus.
Yes, I have.
Where can they find you?
You can find. I'm not going to give you my actual social media, but you can find the State-Sanctioned podcast on Reddit at r/the State-Sank podcasts. State-Sank SANC podcast. That's our subreddit. Obviously, you're probably on our YouTube channel now. We have a Twitter, don't we? At Sanctioned Show.
Sanctioned Show.
Yeah, and then we don't have any other social media, do we?
No, that's it.
Okay.
And you can find me at Louis Southard or at Louis J Southard if you wanna fucking buy my books or send me nudes. You can do that.
Yeah. So are you cool with any gender sending nudes?
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey Jonah, I see on my phone you just sent me a message.
Yeah, I'm the fastest dick pic in the West, bro. What can I say?
And that's show's over.